Good day, viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to my channel. This is Girls Connection, the World Connection. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Also, click the notification bell to receive daily news updates locally and internationally. Stories coming up in today's news headlines are: Jamaican artist injured in freak accident on board a plane, alleged robbers killed by cops, 2 shot dead and partially burnt, and 2 others injured in St. James attack. Remains of missing U.S. woman found in U.S. and husband booked for murder. And UK resident killed and 2 others shot and injured in Kingston drive-by. Jamaican artist injured in freak accident on board a plane. Jamaican reggae artist Andre Ellis, popularly known as Nature Ellis, was on Friday taken to a hospital following a freak accident on board a plane. Reports from the artist, known for hit songs such as World Peace, are that he was on his way from Europe to Jamaica when a flight attendant spilled hot coffee over sections of his body. The artist took to his Instagram page to tell of the experience. A video of the artist was captured after the injury, with him being transported in a wheelchair. Coffee turned over on me while on my way to Jamaica coming from Europe. Not my fault. Hostess was passing with a big container of it. I was seated with my seatbelt on and could not move to avoid the hot liquid. Burn up some parts of me, happened some hours ago, in pain right now, said the artist. He was later taken to a hospital, but it was not clear if he was admitted for treatment. Alleged robbers killed by cops. 2 men were shot and killed, and a firearm reportedly recovered by the police in Zadie Garden, St. Andrew on Saturday. Reports are that the men, whose identities have so far not been released, held up and robbed an off-duty police officer of his Galaxy S cellular phone on Zadie Avenue at about 6 p.m. The alleged assailants were noted to have been traveling on a black motorcycle with no license plate. From information gleaned after the alleged robbery, the police officer got the help of another off-duty officer, and they chased the men and were subsequently challenged in a gunfight, during which both men were fatally shot. A Taurus 9mm pistol, along with a magazine containing 3 9mm cartridges, were reportedly taken from the men. It is understood that one of the men had a knapsack with a condition of bail book in it. The last reporting bail in the book was also on Saturday at 2:37 p.m. at a corporate area police station. 2 shot dead and partially burnt, and 2 others injured in St. James attack. 2 men were shot and killed, then set ablaze, and 2 others shot and injured during an attack by unknown assailants in St. James on Friday night. The deceased, both of Barrettstown St. James addresses, have been identified as 28-year-old Jermaine McNaughton of Vietnam and 24-year-old Lascelles Kelly, also called DJ, of Top Hill. According to reports from the Constabulary Communications Unit, the police's information arm, McNaughton and Kelly were among a group of men working in the Mount Zion community near Barrettstown at about 8:30 p.m. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, the bullet-riddled bodies of McNaughton and Kelly were found partially burnt. 2 other persons were found suffering from gunshot wounds and were taken to hospital, where they were admitted. The St. James police, who were investigating the incident, are yet to establish a motive for the attack. Remains of missing Jamaican woman found in U.S. and husband booked for murder. The search for a missing Jamaican businesswoman who disappeared in Texas in March of this year has ended, after investigators in the U.S. revealed human remains found by a man on Thursday belonged to her. According to media reports there, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office announced that it used dental records to confirm that the remains belonged to 29-year-old Andreen McDonald. Her husband, 40-year-old Air Force Reserve Officer Andre Sean McDonald, who is also Jamaican-born, was initially booked for tampering with evidence in the case, was charged with murder on Saturday. His bail has since been set at $2 million. Sheriff Javier Salazar, who has been one of the key communicators of the facts in the case, said the remains appeared to have been covered with wood and bones from a deceased cow, then set on fire. The remains were also somewhat bleached from the sun exposure, since the bones had likely been in the open for the 4 months since McDonald was reported missing. According to a warrant, authorities believe McDonald's young daughter, who is autistic, may have witnessed her father burning her mother's body. Andreen McDonald, who is originally from Port Antonio, Portland, Jamaica, was last seen alive on Thursday, February 28, and reported missing the next day about 1 p.m. Andreen's husband was then charged on Sunday, March 3, for tampering with evidence in connection with her disappearance. He was released from custody at Bexar County Jail on Tuesday, April 2, after posting his reduced bail of $300,000 and was then turned over to the military. Bail had been originally set at $2 million, but was lowered after his attorney argued that the bail for that offense was excessive. The sheriff's office had theorized that foul play was involved because investigators discovered blood traces at the McDonald's Timberwood Park home in San Antonio, Texas, and found that her husband had bought a shovel, an axe, gas cans, heavy-duty trash bags, and other items that deputies believe were going to be used to dispose of her body, according to court documents. McDonald was then arrested after investigators said he attempted to destroy receipts of those items that he purchased. Relatives of Andreen McDonald had indicated that she and Andre first met in Florida, but they were both from Port Antonio, Jamaica. Public records show Andre and Andreen were married in Florida and was divorced there. After the pair arrived in San Antonio, Andreen attended the University of Texas in San Antonio and earned a Bachelor's of Business Administration degree in finance. With support from her husband, Andreen, at 22 years old, launched a business called Starlight Homes Assisted Living, according to the company's website. However, the couple's marriage, which produced a 6-year-old daughter, had been marked with arguments, at least in recent years, according to at least one employee and police records. In addition, court documents in the U.S. revealed that the missing Jamaican woman had warned friends that if she disappeared, it would be because her husband had killed her. UK resident killed and 2 others shot and injured in Kingston drive-by. A resident of London, England, was killed along Arthur Wint Drive in Kingston on Sunday night. He has been identified as Donovan Lewis. Police report that Lewis was among 3 persons traveling in a Nissan Note motor car along Arthur Wint Drive on Sunday night when 2 men traveling on a motorbike drove up beside the vehicle and opened fire, hitting all 3 before escaping. Lewis succumbed to his injuries while the other 2 were admitted to hospital and are being treated for gunshot wounds. The injured persons are listed in serious but stable condition. Lewis and the other 2 persons were said to be coming from an event held at the National Stadium. Interestingly, the incident comes just over 3 months after another man with United Kingdom connections, Alfonso ONEY British Harriot of the popular British Link-Up crew, was gunned down in similar circumstances in the same vicinity. He too had also attended an event at the National Stadium before being killed by armed men on a motorbike. There are no reports of the 2 incidents being linked. This is Girls Connection, the World Connection. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Also, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you.
Nurse in nurse quarters, see me? Yeah, man. Yeah, nurse quarters. Yeah, so yeah. Yes, that's the nurse there. Yeah, she will sort me out, yeah. And so I go on. Again, cause 2 nurses, 2 doctors did up on the plane and them check what go on and them confirm say it's a bad injury and all them things. So they are now I deal with the airport nurse also, the nurse I work on the floor in the airport also, so don't know, they are in the pain, see?